dance Mr. Clean. Game nice, but I play it so mean. Front line, I'm protecting the team. John Madden, yeah, I boom with the scheme. Dream chasing, I've been chasing the dream. Paper chasing, I just made it my thing. Got the bag, I just need me a ring. G and Mel, hold it down for the team. It's a sweep, right? Shout out to Jokic, I'm locked in. Man, I swear that I'm focused. He toes up in the drip, I bet they didn't notice. Air Force Ones got me walking like POTUS. God's child, so I know that I'm chosen. Drake with me, man, I feel like DeRozan. Left and right wrist equally frozen. All four pockets equally swollen. It's a sweep. What? It's a sweep. Yeah. What? Acting like we ain't the ones, man. Talk is cheap. Yeah. It's a sweep. Yeah. It's a sweep. Yeah. We ain't playing no games, we playing for keeps. Yeah. It's bag season, I'ma post like a sinner. Diamond chains and a mink in the wind. All these rings on, you can tell I'm a winner. I'ma walk the go out and dim. Got the pink slip for these whips, ain't no rental. Steady breaking records, give them something to remember. Money, power, and respect is so simple. What separate good and great is they mental. It's a sweep. What? It's a sweep. Yeah. What? Acting like we ain't the ones, man. Talk is cheap. Yeah. It's a sweep. It's a sweep. Hey, we ain't playing no games, we playing for keeps.
Yes, sir. It's a sweep. We the midweek. I tend to smile VVS on my teeth. Money made rather I'll never be beat. Got rid of Bronco, got SOTG. Deep in that jungle, came out with a meat. Got a tread like got 2K on my feet. Slide with the bros, I don't care what you think. 17 flash gonna go in a blink. Hey. Wrist got no thirsty like what do you drink? Last of the real, yeah, my kind be extinct. Bad little G used to drink from the sink. Whoa. No TLC, I'm too lit, we can't creep. Flight to Miami, I stay with that heat. Hopped on the jet, cause it's a
sweep. What? It's a sweep. Yeah. What? Acting like we ain't the ones, man. Talk is cheap. Yeah. It's a sweep. Yeah. It's a sweep. Yeah. We ain't playing no games, we playing for keeps. Yeah. It's a sweep. What? It's a sweep. Yeah. What? Acting like we ain't the ones, man. Talk is cheap. Yeah. It's a sweep. It's a sweep. Yeah. We ain't playing no games, we playing for keeps. Yeah.
Run it back.
Yeah.
Run it back.
Run it back, 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 run it back. Lost everything I ever wanted it back. Got a problem, never run from that. Have fun with that. Get the W, then double back. That shit. Watch how I react. Fight back, stay down. Now we taking off. Got the flight. Promise you if anybody can hold me, I can. Get the right man. Baby, I'm my own hype man. Yeah. Run it back, run it back, run it back, and run it back.
Today, from GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in a very rainy Kansas City, Missouri at venerable Arrowhead Stadium. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They're halfway home, looking good at a perfect 8-0.
And not much to complain about so far, is there? I'd have to say they're the best team in the NFL through the first half of the year.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers? 1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss. Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Throwing to start here is Tua. And his first look is incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's 2nd down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Here's Gaskin. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. Waiting on it will be Richie James. Fielded at the 20. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So here come the defending champs, led out by the reigning MVP of the National Football League, a 2-time winner now in Patrick Mahomes.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Rolling to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. 27 yards there, a 1st down. That's the #2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be #2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be #1.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. On the move to his left. Looking deep here for Chase. A big play there for KC. 45 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes taking it in from a yard out. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
And that's the way to find pay dirt, Patrick Mahomes. Hey, you remember some of the scrambles in the playoffs last year while he was playing on a bad wheel? Oftentimes he was maneuvering just to find a way to throw the football. But last season, 4 touchdowns on the ground, a career high, continuing to develop as a runner, and often finding the end zone these days.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. So Miami coming out for their second drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start. It's certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Tua sets up to pass it. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now 14-0. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up, and the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run for it with Achane. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. And the man in coverage was Trent McDuffie. Here's 2nd and 10. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game, right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There haven't been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. Looking to pass. Tua. Short throw to the tight end, Thomas. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down. On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Looking deep here for Chase, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't. And
now a loose football. The ball comes out. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
Butker now to add the extra point. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Devon Achane to the offense, ready to go once again. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
James now to return. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them, and they've got the lead here in this one. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Jamar Chase with a milestone, career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Chiefs are able to add on to that lead. Butker on for the PAT. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Now Tua. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. On first down, Tagovailoa. There's the former Chief, man they watched for years, Tyreek Hill. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it second down. So Tua making the completion there. What's different about playing a left-handed quarterback like him? And specifically, I guess, what does this defense need to try and take away?
I'll take the first part that you asked about being left-handed. We've got to find out if he can move to his right and still continue to be accurate. So I want to push him in that direction and see if he can get his body squared around and make those throws that he's used to making. The next part is he's a dart thrower. Loves those short to intermediate routes first. Sit on those and make him throw the deep ball. Not that he's not capable, but you want him to prove it to you first.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. Short throw there, caught by Thomas. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a toss left for Achane. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And that play stopped behind the line by a corner. Trent McDuffie getting in there. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Again, it's Achane. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury and having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Tua. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and a rout is on here in this first half. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Dolphins offense returning to the field. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. 2nd down and 6 now from the 26. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. KC's offense ready to take over. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open...
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A big play there for KC. 44 yards. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Kadarius Toney, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this league could become.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and a route is on here in this first half. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's Kadarius Toney who caps things with a touchdown reception. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Chiefs. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Butker now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. He'll look to throw. And Thomas has it. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. 2 and now on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Achane gets it from the gun. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. As the offense reemerges, there's wide receiver Kadarius Toney leading him out. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but it's caught inside the 25. A big play there for KC. 44 yards.
And every time I see one of these plays occur, I always think to myself, it takes a quarterback not only with a strong arm, sometimes with great mechanics, great footwork.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to add on to their first half lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the route is on here in this first half. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused.
To a hit, and the ball is out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. Well, Charles, I mean, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideline, or flip it over after that fumble return for a touchdown. Better and better on the opposite end. What an impressive first-half performance.
And, partner, I know the saying in the NFL goes that no lead is safe, but I will say that this one seems pretty secure. And if we continue to see plays like that, I'm going to switch back and say this lead is safe.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the route is on here in this first half. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Dolphins offense returning to the field. And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown.
And, Brandon, I would say they have a mission on this drive, and the bottom line is protect the football and just put together something that they can let the last drive go. Yeah, it was a bad play. They gave up points, but that doesn't mean it has to go that way the rest of this ball game. Do what you do best on offense and try and put the ball in the end zone yourself. That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They'll drop to throw. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. And here's Jake Bailey now. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's...
A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 36 yards on the play.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Noah Gray, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are pouring it on.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Butker on for the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A nice run on first down. Gets him 6 yards to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw here. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted from the... Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. To throw, it's Mahomes. His throw incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Mahomes now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone. Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Bucker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does because of...
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Jamar Chase on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs extend their lead yet again. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Dolphins offense returning to the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Hand off to Achane to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And this ball is going to be touched out just shy of midfield. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Jamar Chase on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs just continue to roll. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Extra point by Butker is on target, and a rout is on here in this first half. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. A quick throw there is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Now, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
that's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On 2nd down, a run by Achane. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Thomas. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The slot man in motion right. On 2nd down, Tua. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Micah Parsons just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. From the gun, it's Tua. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and they will remain well behind.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Now Mahomes. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for KC. 47 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that.
And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. He's been a frequent target, and with catches like that, one-handed in the end zone, I'd keep going his way.
And he's doing it every which way, isn't he? 2 hands, and in this case, we just saw it with 1 hand. Almost reminds me of a great return of service guy in tennis. No matter how you whack it at him, it comes back at you. In this case, it just envelops it and brings it in.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the route is on here in this first half. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Devon Achane to the offense, ready to go once again. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Looking to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this one's high, but not very far. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week, solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. On second down, here's Mahomes. Looking deep here for Chase. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Out of the gun on third down, here's Tua. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
James now to return it. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow.
He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Jamar Chase. His 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, if you have him, you use him, because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Butker now to add the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Devon Achane in the offense, ready to go once again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. And Waddle going to have a Dolphins first down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
From the 45 on second down, Tua. He'll leave that one for Gaskin. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line. A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here now, 2nd and 4. Back to throw again. Open man is Hill. He's got it. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. He'll swing this out wide to Gaskin. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 3rd down and 6. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Sanders' kick is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Rolling to his right. This ball deep for Tony. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final shot before the half for Mahomes. throw's going to be incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And a touchdown separating these two as they've gone to halftime. The first running back taken back in April, Bijan Robinson, with a touchdown run. From there, we'll jet north to Ohio to check in on the Browns at home at Cleveland Browns Stadium. And this one going the visitors' way as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. Kyler Murray throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Matthew Stafford, 3 touchdown passes. In the first half, it was the reigning league MVP and Super Bowl MVP, Patrick Mahomes, who did his thing. He had a half for the ages, touchdown pass after touchdown pass. He threw a month's worth of touchdowns in just those first 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Oh, a good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route, or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. They'll roll him out right. This ball deep for Tony. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. That one good for 37 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I absolutely love that play call there. They just came off of a big play. They've got momentum in their direction, and they come back and take the shot at the end zone, just unable to complete it. But I love their aggressiveness.
And you feel like the defense, a sigh of relief, could have been back-to-back really big plays. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The drive starts with a run from Achane. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Hill going to go in motion right. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, Achane. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. That is caught. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. First catch so far for Julio. He's got a first down. And until that point, we haven't seen Julio Jones. That's hard to believe here this late in the game.
And no one more frustrated than Julio Jones because receivers feed off of catches. That's their fuel, and that's also their affirmation. And he hasn't been getting much of that in this game, and their team is losing, and he wants to have a better effect on the game.
Just the first connection, Ryan to Jones there. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Tua going to hand this to Gaskin. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Tua sets up to pass it. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Micah Parsons in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Being chased out left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. This ball deep for Tony. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Noah Gray with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are pouring it on. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Butker on for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. And they'll give this to Achane. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Yeah, this is a high kick, but it's not going anywhere. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Mahomes now on 1st down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips, the former 1st-rounder, getting in there for the sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Mahomes going to throw. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. Touchdown. Jamar Chase, 44 yards. And the Chiefs extend their lead yet again.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Miami set to take over. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him. Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Short throw to the tight end Thomas, and he goes out right around the 39. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Play action, now it's Tua. Pass incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. In motion left is Wilson. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Haven't been a defense coordinator yet. The thing 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Tua going to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And this one is no good. He missed it. And they will remain well behind. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. Sort of a slow and steady game so far, but reliable for him here in this 3rd quarter.
Sounds like we're describing a possession receiver, right? The one that finds a way to make the big catches, the ones that break the backs of defenses, keep first downs, accumulating. I think he's that and maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, he's been pretty good so far. We'll see if he can make this good game a great game. That is incomplete.
And Patrick Mahomes, for all of his artistry and arm angles and what he can do in the short passing game, never forget he's got a cannon as well. He unleashes a big one there, but that time it winds up incomplete.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
What a game he's having. They've not been able to stop him or even slow him down. He's got 2 touchdowns already. That could have been a 3rd. He's got the secondary coach asking people for answers. Can you help me out? Because we are not slowing him down.
Mahomes now on first down. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Well, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. A good pickup there, 22.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now here's Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So now here come the Dolphins. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send down the field goal unit, and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On the handoff, it's Achane. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now Tua. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Noah Gray from 6 yards away. And the Chiefs get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
I thought that was a nice job there of feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's Tua. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to pass. Tua. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. And now a high kick, but he hit it straight up. James now to return. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He will find his man Chase complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. This is Achane. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 126 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Gaskin. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll set up to throw. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down. Tua to throw again. Finding Gaskin underneath. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 5. They'll look to throw again. To a hit, and the ball is out. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And this is going to go the other way. The defense has it.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Chiefs offense set to go. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Mahomes will try again on second down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Mahomes now to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. He'll drop to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And the Chiefs are going to get him. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. On the return, it's James. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Jamar Chase, 56 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Mike Micah Parsons able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's James returning. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Might have needed just one more block. As it stands, 37-yard return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. On first down, Mahomes. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
That'll be caught. It's Toney. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Kadarius Toney, 29 yards. And the Chiefs are on their way to a 9-0 start as they build on to their lead. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Thomas brings it in. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Now a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. To his throw complete there to Thomas. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Tua setting up shop to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Micah Parsons. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Back to throw. Crossing route, and he hits his man. It's Jones. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 48. And that's off the left upright, but it caroms right in. How about that? The kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So put 3 on the board. A little bit of a hook on the driver that time. Looked a little bit like you, Charles, over on the 8th at Windermere.
You know me too well, partner, except that he got his to hit a tree and kick back into the fairway.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Looking to throw. Out to his left. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very solid gain of 27. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Now Mahomes. High throw, but he makes the catch. 24 yards the gain there. Another 1st down as well. They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way, and plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Jamar Chase with an acrobatic catch. And the Chiefs are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. CD, it'll go into the books as just one win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense. Another score in the 4th quarter to widen that advantage.
I like where you were going with that one. Would you say, partner, it was really 3 victories today? Landslide on the scoreboard, emphatic victory on either side of the ball. They really got it done.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something.
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A gain of 32 that time.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Butker on for the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's Kadarius Toney who caps things with a touchdown reception. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Micah Parsons. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Tua sets up to pass it. Quick hitter to Jalen Waddle. And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Micah Parsons in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Dolphins offense returning to the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll look to throw. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And this is going to be incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Tua to try again on 2nd down. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Kansas City, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11.
Why would I hold a man for ransom when my scope like Richard Branson? Since the basement making anthems over seasons with the man, then black is teasing with my patterns. Pretty girls, you think I'm handsome, just coasting through these matches. I'm not bossing, I'm advancing. Keep it moving, trying to be on before below. Wanna be intimate with soul, explode this war before I go. And that's some hours in my face way. Now it's like work for 10K, all cause it is 10 gamers. Bit insane in the membrane since them days where we raved for 3 days and 4 nights and took them red-eye flights, hot straight off the plane and through the back to off the place. See the crowd going air, they were like. So I stepped on stage, they were like, ooh yeah. See the crowd going air, they were like, ooh yeah. Crazed and courageous, raised by some Zulu lions, taught to seek dangers, brave and defiant, boy, the Lord was doing things. Blaze through the fire, yeah, we had a few, lost a few wages, still coming rampant, misbehavior, flavors, still coming anti-rebellion with my bravers, still don't give up about who be the latest, can't be locked up in them cages, start living up to what the you think of days. But hey, what about it? So I stepped on stage, they were like, see the crowd going air, they were like.
On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still gotta. Back up, cause it's on this old train line, I'ma get it done. Now I got the party jumping like it's double dutch. Then we spun the block, came back. Why would I hold a man for ransom when my scope like Richard Branson? Since the basement making anthems over seasons with the man, then black is teasing with my patterns. Pretty girls, you think I'm handsome, just coasting through these matches. I'm not bossing, I'm advancing. Keep it moving, trying to be on before below. Wanna be intimate with soul, explode this war before I go. And that's some hours in my face way. Now it's like work for 10K, all cause it is 10 gamers. Bit insane in the membrane since them days where we raved for 3 days and 4 nights and took them red-eye flights, hot straight off the plane and through the back to off the place.